Welcome to FACT-ory. Now strap in and get ready for 50 mind-blowing random facts you won't believe. Let's go. Number 1. Americans devour around 100 acres of pizza every single day. Yes, you read that right. That's roughly the size of Vatican City disappearing into people's stomachs daily. With so many slices being shared, it's safe to say pizza is a national obsession. Whether it's thin crust, deep dish, or stuffed, the United States is a veritable pizza powerhouse, slicing its way through acres of cheesy goodness. Number 2. Every year, Americans gulp down an astonishing 146 billion cups of coffee. That's enough Java to fill an average-sized lake in about a decade. Coffee isn't just a beverage in the US, it's practically a lifeline. With that much caffeine coursing through the nation's veins, it's no wonder Starbucks is on every other street corner and Monday mornings feel just a little more manageable. Number 3. Lake Superior is no ordinary body of water. It's a behemoth. This massive lake holds so much water that if you poured it evenly across the entire United States, it would create a watery blanket 1 foot deep. That's over 3 quadrillion gallons. The lake lives up to its name, dwarfing most others and reminding us that fresh water can be as impressive as any ocean. Number 4. New York isn't just crowded. It's more populated than 39 of the 50 U.S. states combined. This bustling hub of culture, finance, and nonstop action is home to over 19 million people. That means more people live in the Empire State than in almost 80% of the country's states. From the Adirondacks to the subways of Manhattan, New York is population-packed from top to bottom. Number 5. Wyoming may be the 10th largest state in the U.S. by area, but it's also the least populated. In fact, it's so sparsely inhabited that you might drive for hours without spotting another person. And here's a quirky detail. The entire state has only 2 escalators. With wide open spaces, Yellowstone National Park, and a no-rush lifestyle, Wyoming is the ultimate retreat from urban chaos. Number 6. Yellowstone National Park, nestled in Wyoming, was the first national park in the United States, and in the world. Established in 1872, it's a geothermal wonderland with geysers, hot springs, and roaming bison. The park spans over 3,400 square miles and sits atop a supervolcano. Yellowstone isn't just a scenic vacation spot, it's a living, breathing example of Earth's explosive geological power and natural beauty. Number 7. Vermont has a surprisingly muddy claim to fame. It's recognized as the muddiest state in America. But beyond the slush, it's also home to a legendary creature. In 1609, explorer Samuel de Champlain claimed he saw a 20-foot-long monster in Lake Champlain. Described as barrel-thick with a horse-like head, this local cryptid, nicknamed Champ, still sparks curiosity and alleged sightings to this day. Number 8. In 2003, Vermont produced over 2 million gallons of maple syrup, making it the undisputed maple capital of the United States. That's enough syrup to fill about 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Tapping sugar maples is a time-honored tradition here, and the sweet scent of boiling sap is a springtime ritual. If you've ever had Vermont syrup on pancakes, you've tasted tradition in a bottle. Number 9. Alaska is so vast that you could fit 19 other U.S. states inside its borders, yet fewer than 750,000 people live there. While it's the largest state by far, it's also one of the most remote, with cities spread far apart and wilderness dominating the landscape. Majestic mountains, massive glaciers, and loads of wildlife make Alaska a breathtaking but rugged place to call home. Number 10. Living in Alaska has its perks, like getting paid to be there. Thanks to a state fund fueled by oil revenues, residents receive an annual dividend simply for living there. But before you pack your bags, consider the trade-off. The cost of living is high, winters are brutal, and everything from milk to mail has to travel long distances. Paradise for some, challenge for others. Number 11. South Dakota may be best known for Mount Rushmore, but the state itself is vast and sparsely populated, with fewer than 1 million residents. Harsh winters and its distance from major urban centers contribute to its quiet reputation. Yet, those who visit are often surprised by the natural beauty of its rolling plains, friendly communities, and sites like Badlands National Park and Custer State Park. Number 12. North Dakota, with a population around 780,000, is the 4th least populated U.S. state. It's known for its extreme weather, blistering summers, frigid winters, and unexpected floods. The state's economy once relied heavily on agriculture, but recent oil booms changed that. Despite these challenges, North Dakota boasts low unemployment, affordable living, and 13 state parks that highlight its underappreciated natural beauty and outdoor opportunities. Number 13. Delaware houses about 1.3 million people, but it's also home to over 2 million business entities, including 66% of the Fortune 500. Why? It's a corporate haven due to its business-friendly laws and lack of corporate income tax. However, most of these companies don't operate there physically, meaning the economic benefits often bypass local residents. Wilmington, its largest city, has only about 70,000 residents. Number 14. Montana covers more land than Japan, yet its population barely exceeds 1 million. Most residents live far from one another, and the state lacks big cities. With its cold winters, high housing costs, and rugged terrain, Montana doesn't attract everyone. But for those who love the outdoors, it's a dream. Glacier National Park, massive herds of elk, and cowboy culture define this wild open space. Number 15. Rhode Island is the tiniest U.S. state, just 1,034 square miles, but it's densely packed with over 1 million residents. Though small in size, it has a significant historical footprint, being one of the original 13 colonies. Known for coastal charm, seafood, and colonial architecture, Rhode Island is losing residents due to a high cost of living. Many are relocating to more affordable neighboring states. Number 16. Maine is the most forested state in the U.S., with 89% of its land covered by trees. It's home to around 1.3 million people, most of whom live along the southern coast to avoid the punishing snowstorms of the interior. Wildlife thrives here. Moose sightings are common, and the rugged coastline attracts outdoor enthusiasts. Portland, the state's largest city, houses less than 40% of the population. Number 17. In 2024, Canadian camper Joel Lupin may have stumbled upon a new meteor crater in Quebec using Google Earth. The formation, roughly 9.3 miles in diameter, was initially mistaken for volcanic terrain. After expert analysis and field samples revealed zircon, a mineral often linked to meteor impacts, scientists began planning a formal expedition. If confirmed, it would be the first such discovery since 2013. Number 18. At just 15 years old, Canadian student William Gaduri theorized that Mayan cities aligned with star constellations. Using satellite images, he identified a large square area in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula that may represent a lost city. The site was believed to contain 30 structures and a pyramid, but archaeologists remain skeptical. Though debated, his research earned awards and reignited interest in ancient urban mapping. Number 19. In Algeria's Sahara Desert, mysterious circular patterns spotted on Google Earth puzzled researchers for years. A YouTuber ventured to the site and discovered they were remnants of old oil exploration methods. The large central craters surrounded by smaller drill holes contained leftover dynamite and even sardine cans. These formations predate modern seismic surveying and reveal how early oil prospectors worked in extreme isolation. Number 20. Greenland's dark zone is growing darker each year, and it's not just dirt. The ice sheet is being stained by black carbon from wildfires and a surprising culprit: algae. These algae bloom on sunlight-exposed ice, turning it brown and increasing heat absorption. This darkening accelerates melting. Greenland is now losing around 234 billion tons of ice annually, compared to just 25 billion in the 1990s. Number 21. Greenland holds enough ice to raise global sea levels by 24 feet if it completely melts. That's enough to submerge coastal cities like Miami, Amsterdam, and parts of Bangladesh. Scientists drilling deep ice cores have found ancient soil with insects and plant remains, indicating Greenland was once ice-free. This discovery suggests that the ice sheet is more vulnerable to collapse than previously believed. Number 22. In ancient Hierapolis, Turkey, a small stone gate called the Plutonium was believed to be a portal to the underworld. Bulls led inside would collapse, yet their human handlers emerged unharmed. Modern science explains this mystery. Carbon dioxide from underground volcanic activity pooled just above the ground. Being taller, humans breathed cleaner air above the gas layer, while shorter animals succumbed to suffocation. Number 23. Pangar Fort in India is considered one of the most haunted places in Asia. Located about 90 miles from Delhi, visitors are allowed only during daylight hours. According to legend, a sorcerer cursed the site after being rejected by a local princess. Locals and tourists report hearing ghostly screams and music at night. A government sign at the entrance warns against staying after sunset. Number 24. Uri Forest in Ichikawa, Japan, is one of the country's most restricted places. Despite being only 40 square yards, it has a grim reputation. Legends speak of people vanishing without a trace and the presence of a cursed samurai spirit. The forest is surrounded by stone walls, and entry is strictly forbidden. Its eerie calmness next to busy streets only adds to its mystique. Number 25. Dudleytown, Connecticut, is dubbed the Village of the Damned. Settled in the 1740s, it gained a reputation for misfortune, crop failures, madness, and mysterious deaths. The Dudley family, allegedly cursed by ties to English nobility, founded the town. Though no historical proof supports the curse, ghost stories and vandalism led to the land being closed off. Today, it's private property and strictly off-limits. Number 26. In Egypt, an abandoned palace once belonging to King Farouk's family is now rumored to be haunted. After being converted into a morgue, strange occurrences began. Flickering lights, moving shadows, and vanishing doors have all been reported. One group of children claimed they were trapped inside after the doors mysteriously disappeared. Though off-limits today, the building still draws curious thrill seekers and ghost hunters. Number 27. Niihau, the smallest inhabited Hawaiian island, has just 84 residents and no paved roads, phone service, or grocery stores. Privately owned since 1864 by the Robinson family, it's been kept largely off-limits to outsiders. The island runs on solar power and subsists through fishing and farming. Access is by invitation only, making Niihau one of the most secluded communities in the United States. Number 28. Erdstall tunnels, found throughout Austria and Bavaria, form a mysterious network of underground passageways dating back to the 12th century or earlier. They're extremely narrow, have no known purpose, and contain almost no artifacts. Theories range from religious retreats to escape routes or storage spaces, but none are conclusive. Some tunnels even descend below water levels, leading researchers to question their practicality. Number 29. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock in Australia, rises 1,142 feet and is sacred to the Anangu people. Climbing was officially banned in 2019 out of cultural respect and safety concerns. Before the ban, over 30 people had died attempting the steep ascent. After rainstorms, small rock pools form on top, where shield shrimp, tiny crustaceans with egg sacs that survive dry spells, suddenly hatch. Number 30. The Drake Passage, linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans near Antarctica, is one of the most treacherous sea routes on Earth. Waves can reach 40 feet, and winds are so fierce they've earned nicknames like Roaring Forties and Screaming Sixties. Early explorers, including Sir Francis Drake, avoided it entirely. Today, cruise ships still make the crossing, but only when weather forecasts are favorable. Number 31. The Panama Canal is one of the most important waterways on Earth. Completed in 1914, this 50-mile engineering marvel connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, saving ships nearly 8,000 miles of travel around South America. Around 14,000 vessels pass through it each year, paying tolls that can exceed $1 million per crossing. It's not just a canal. It's a vital artery in global commerce. Number 32. Despite being over 4,300 miles long, the Amazon River has no bridges. Why? Its floodplain spans up to 30 miles wide during the rainy season, and the surrounding terrain is marshy and unstable. Most of the river's basin is sparsely populated, and transportation relies on boats. Building a bridge here would be a costly and complex challenge, with little practical benefit for locals. Number 33. Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador isn't the tallest mountain from sea level, but it claims a different title. It's the closest point on Earth to the moon. Due to Earth's equatorial bulge, Chimborazo's summit extends farther into space than Everest's. Located just 1 degree south of the equator, this dormant volcano stands at 20,549 feet and offers climbers a unique spot to touch the sky. Number 34. Sealand is a self-declared micronation on an abandoned World War II sea fort off the coast of England. Founded in 1967 by Paddy Roy Bates, it has its own flag, currency, and even a royal family. Though not recognized by any government, Sealand has issued passports and stamps. With just one permanent resident, it's often dubbed the world's smallest country, and perhaps quirkiest. Number 35. In Barle, a town shared by Belgium and the Netherlands, the border slices through streets, shops, and even homes. Some buildings have 2 addresses, and one house famously has its front door directly on the border. Local rules dictate that a home's nationality depends on the location of its main entrance, leading some residents to move their doors to benefit from lower taxes or utilities. Number 36. Lake Retba in Senegal is strikingly pink, thanks to algae that produce red pigments in high salinity conditions. During the dry season, the water becomes saltier than the Dead Sea, and the vivid pink hue intensifies. Locals harvest salt from the lake using wooden boats and cover their skin with shea butter to protect from the brine. It's both beautiful and economically vital. Number 37. The Smoking Hills in Canada's Northwest Territories have been smoldering for centuries. The soil contains sulfur and coal, which spontaneously combust when exposed to oxygen. Early explorers thought the area was volcanic, but it's actually a slow, natural chemical burn. The smoke is toxic, and the environment is harsh, but the hills remain a geological wonder, and one of the few places on Earth that's always burning. Number 38. New Zealand's Waitomo caves are famous for their glowworms, specifically the larvae of a fungus gnat. These bioluminescent insects emit a blue-green light to lure prey, creating a starry sky effect on the cave ceiling. Tourists float through the caves in silence, surrounded by thousands of glowing dots. The glowworm's light is not just beautiful, it's a deadly trap for unsuspecting insects attracted by the glow. Number 39. Mexico's Cave of Crystals, discovered in 2000 beneath the Naka mine, contains some of the largest natural crystals ever found, up to 39 feet long and weighing 55 tons. The cave's extreme conditions, with temperatures reaching 136 degrees Fahrenheit and 90% humidity, make it nearly inaccessible without protective suits. Scientists believe the crystals formed over 500,000 years in mineral-rich waters heated by volcanic activity. Number 40. Off the coast of Mauritius lies an optical illusion that appears to be an underwater waterfall. In reality, it's an effect created by sand and silt sliding off a shallow coastal shelf into deeper waters. From above, it looks like the ocean is spilling into a vast abyss. This visual trick makes Mauritius a favorite destination for drone photographers and travelers seeking surreal landscapes. Number 41. In Poland's Crooked Forest, around 400 pine trees all bend sharply at the base, curving into a near 90-degree angle before growing upward. Planted in the 1930s, the reason behind their strange shape remains unknown. Some believe human intervention was involved, possibly to shape the wood for furniture, while others suspect a natural phenomenon. Regardless, this bizarre grove near Grafino continues to puzzle scientists and tourists alike. Number 42. A South Korean lab developed a wearable patch that uses near-infrared technology to detect when your bladder is full. The patch sends alerts to your phone, helping people with spinal injuries or neurological conditions avoid accidents. Positioned on the lower abdomen, it reads internal signals non-invasively. Though not yet on the market, it represents a major breakthrough in assistive medical tech and personal health monitoring. Number 43. Greenland's ice sheet is melting at a record pace, now losing around 234 billion tons of ice annually, nearly 10 times the rate in the 1990s. If it melts completely, global sea levels could rise by about 24 feet, threatening coastal cities worldwide. The ice sheet covers 80% of the island and holds roughly 8% of the world's fresh water, making its stability critical to Earth's climate system. Number 44. The ocean floor remains one of Earth's least explored terrains, About 95% is still uncharted. Surprisingly, we know more about the surface of Mars and the Moon than our own seabed. Modern sonar and satellite mapping have improved things, but deep-sea mapping is expensive and time-consuming. A better understanding of the ocean floor could help predict earthquakes, tsunamis, and uncover countless unknown marine species. Number 45. A Canadian man named Joel Lupin discovered what may be a meteor impact crater in Quebec using Google Earth. Measuring over 9 miles across, the circular formation was initially believed to be volcanic. However, geological analysis revealed the presence of zircon, a mineral common in meteoric impacts. If confirmed, this would mark a rare modern discovery of a new impact site, potentially dating back millions of years. Number 46. In ancient Rome, archaeologists unearthed what may be the world's oldest Barbie doll, a 9-inch ivory figurine found in a sarcophagus. Its limbs were jointed with tiny metal pins, allowing movement, and it came with miniature accessories like combs, jewelry, and a mirror box. The attention to detail suggests it belonged to a wealthy child around the 2nd century CE, shedding light on Roman childhood and craftsmanship. Number 47. Haggis, Scotland's national dish, is banned in the US because it contains sheep lungs, which are prohibited by the USDA. The traditional recipe includes minced heart, liver, and lungs mixed with onion, oats, and spices, all cooked in a sheep's stomach. Despite safety concerns, advocates argue that the ban is outdated. Food lovers must travel to Scotland to try this savory, historic delicacy. Number 48. Many foods and additives allowed in the US are banned elsewhere. For example, ractopamine, used to promote leanness in pork, is banned in over 160 countries. Synthetic food dyes like Yellow 5 and Red 40 are restricted or labeled in Europe due to possible links with hyperactivity in children. Even bread whitening agents like azotic carbonamide are banned in the EU but still used stateside. Number 49. The Bahau people, known as sea nomads, live in Southeast Asia and spend much of their lives free diving for food. Over generations, they've developed spleens 50% larger than average, allowing them to store more oxygenated blood and stay underwater longer, up to 13 minutes at a time. This is one of the few known examples of human evolutionary adaptation to an aquatic lifestyle. Number 50. Tetrachromacy is a rare genetic condition that allows some people, mostly women, to see up to 100 million colors, far beyond the usual 1 million most of us perceive. It involves an extra cone cell in the retina, enhancing color differentiation. Many tetrachromats don't even realize they have this ability, and scientists are still working to better understand how their brains process such rich visual input.